Oh man. Oh man. We finally look like a complete football team, y'all. Oh my god, bro. I can't believe it. Wait, I ain't even gotta put this on for real. Let me go ahead and transition there real quick, bro. Bro, I can't believe it. Like the offense actually looked fixed. Like it looked fixed. I'm not saying the offense is completely back, but hey, we look way different. We're able to move the ball. I don't really care about what happened with Jaden Daniels not being there or whatever. That'll you play who in front of you. Really, you just do. Let me see something real quick because my stuff is kind of lagging right now. Let me fix that real. I gotta fix that. I don't know what be going on. Look at how bad it's lagging, y'all. Anyways, it's gonna fix itself. Let me start over. Matter of fact, let me start over. Mm. That should be the one that fixes it, right? I hope so. Cause ain't no way it just. Yeah, it looks better. It's still lagging though. It's still lagging though. Yeah, I could deal with that. At least you can hear me and see me moving. But look, we got to talk about the game, y'all. Let me go ahead and fix this real quick. Let me put the other um what you call this, the other scene on, because I got to show y'all this. So look, new stream setup. Or we know, cool, whatever. But look, we got to talk about this game, y'all. So look, they dropped 27 on this. My opening thoughts. They dropped 27 on us, but I will say six of that came from bad field position by our special teams, because we look at this one field goal here, they went 16 yards. I think this is the one. Yeah, well, Luke McCaffrey had like a 58-yard return, put our defense in the bad spot, came away with three. We like that. But then the interception by Mike, which was right here, they had to go another short foot. They didn't go anywhere, granted, but that's 6 points right there in total, where really it's 21 points allowed, the way I look at it, if they don't give up those short fields. Now points is points, but still, you rather give up 27 legit points than, we virtually gave them 6 points. You feel me? So that's the way I feel about it. Where the Penix haters at? Fuck the Penix haters. Yes, sir. I was critical of him last week for sure because he deserved it, but he came out and he showed us. I'm maybe down, but I'm not out. L stutter, but look, let's look at the stats, bro. He had his what? He had his third 300 yard game, but he's had his second 300 yard passing game. You see, he went for 313, 20 of 26, two touchdowns, a very bad interception. But look, y'all see that we cool. We get back to Marcus Mariota, the guy who's supposed to have a revenge game. Didn't have it. He went 16 to 27, which I don't do math, but what is that? What is that? What's that? 16 to 27. That's 59%. We'll for sure live with that. 5.8 yards per attempt, two touchdowns, one pick. Like I said before, a lot of these yards it came off of turnovers or a short field, so we could deal with that. We gave up 147 on the ground, which is it's kind of scaring me. Now, granted, Marcus Mariota had like a 20-yard scramble, but the running backs did get off regardless. So I'm not I'm not too encouraged by that. Um, Best days in terms of layering throws, some good touch throws. Yeah, he finally used the middle of the field too. You saw, I think, like one of the first few passes, he hit Drake London on the slant, and like I've been waiting on, just throw the end breakers. It was a play action pass, matter of fact, because he came across the formation, motion across the formation, boom, hit that. Yeah, so we let me go ahead and repost this. Hold on, because people people probably didn't see it. Well, not reposted, but I have to repost it because I did start a new stream. Okay, but look, let's look at the receivers because I know Debo. I don't know, something about him. He has a good game against the Falcons every time he plays us, because he had a good game last time he came to the bench, and One of them touchdowns was on my cues. D. Alford gave a good amount of yards. D. Alford took a step back in terms of how he played. Now overall, I say it was decent. It wasn't good like last week, but it was decent. I live with all of that. Okay, but I will say receiving wise, still under 200 yards. Through the air, which I like. I'm cool because we were like the number one passing defense. That reminds me, our only competition was Buffalo. Let me look at the Bills and Saints games. Because, oops, why am I typing in all caps? But I want to look at that game too because that game was close. Because never mind, it was not close. But Spencer Rattler, oh my God. So they might be the number one pass defense this week, going into this week, or to our bye week rather. I can't stand Debo. Dude's like a tight end. Oh, bro, he's not, bro. I don't even know what he's just a football player. Like, I said the same thing about Xavier Legette when he was coming out, right? Where he's not a receiver. You just have to give him the ball, and he'll make some stuff happen. So that's one of the players. Like, I like a player like that, but when you don't stand out as look at Bijan, for example. Bijan is a running back. You know that, but he can go out there and run routes. He can go out there and pick up a pass, a blitzer, right? But he's good at his main position. Debo Samuel's not good at his main position, okay? But, still, when you get the ball in his hands, he will be straight. Why? Whoa. I just realized something. Something is off about my stuff. I have to fix that. I really do have to fix that. Let me fix that. I think it's this one. Okay, there we go. We straight. We fixed it. Cool. So, anyways, what else do we need to talk about? Special teams. Special teams has been terrible. We have Kadero Hodge. He was hurt, but we have Kadero Hodge, Mike Ford. I think we had Keith Taylor. I don't even know if he's still on the roster or not. But we have a bunch of guys that are good on special teams, and that didn't look too good. Like that long return that he had, bro. Panthers got fried today. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that for sure. Legette has been bad this season, yeah. But that long return that Luke McCaffrey had, he just parted the Red Sea. He ran right down the middle of the field. I'm not sure what that was. Special teams not really playing well. Now I will say it needs to get. I don't know how to feel about it. It's not like they were bad. It's just they're inconsistent. Like, we've seen our special teams be good. That really hasn't been a problem for years now, and is just now starting to be a problem, which we need to fix that fast. But back to us on the offensive end. Drake London finally broke out, okay? We've been hearing all week, bro. Drake London is not good. He's overrated, all that. After a slow start. We know he's had slow starts in his career, but look at that. 8 for 110, a touchdown. His longest was 43 on the double move, 10 targets, okay. But Bijan, he should have had that long touchdown. I was really hoping he cribbed that because, oh my God, he might be Offensive Player of the Year. I ain't even going to lie to y'all. Run up there and like and hit that subscribe button. My guy on yeah, for sure. How do I pin this? Oh, wait, I'm not on my main account. I'm on my main channel, but not the. Let me switch that. But look, y'all. Bijan might be Offensive Player of the Year. You see, he has 75 rushing yards and 106 on the ground or through the air. Like, what is his stat totals for right now? Let's look at that. Let me do this. Let me look at his stats. Now, I know some of it might not be updated all the time, but I'm gonna just do it myself because I don't want it to be outdated or be misinformation. So look, he has as a total. What does he have? He has 403 scrimmage yards. So you have to add, 181? Is that 181? Am I good at math? Let's see. 75, that's 8. 75 plus 106. 181. So he has another 181 yards and a touchdown. So he has about 500 yards and 2 touchdowns. Almost 600 yards through the first, 5 to 6 games of the season, or 4 to 5 games of the season. So that Offensive Player of the Year talk might be going. His stock is rising right there. Let me get back to my chat because I really can't see it. I done went to somewhere else. Let me see what y'all talking about. Why does it say days ago? Why does it say 5 days ago? That's not 5 days ago. Okay, my stuff is tripping. I can pull up chat another way, but we gonna pause because I have to pull chat up. I can't even lie to y'all. I gotta see what y'all talking about. Why can't I? There we go. Live. It's not coming up, bro. What the fuck? Now I gotta go back to my other channel. Because now it's starting to make me mad. It doesn't want to act right. Okay, we're back here. Okay, check it out. Check it out. A game we should have won by 20, but I'm hyped. Uh, I want to say we should have won by 20, but it shouldn't have been as close as it was. I will say DQ got them boys playing better than what they should. That defense is bad, but offense is going to be good. Like I said, if you watch the video I dropped before the game, I said the offense is going to be the same no matter what, no matter who the quarterback was, whether it was JD or Marcus Mariota. Only difference was his arm talent. You could really see it. Had a very bad interception in the end zone, and he could just not hit a single throw when he was forced to. So I thought the offense would still be good. Granted, the offense is good regardless because, the way they operate. I won't say it's a college offense like Cam Taylor-Britt did, but like they run like a lot of college stuff where it's taking advantage like a lot of the space that's created. The play calling sequence is good too. So yeah, especially that 2-point conversion where it was a zone read keeper and then he had like he was finna run it, he just tossed it over the hit, bro. Very good play right there. And JD5 and Terry Loki saved us. I won't say that. You play who's in front of you. Because, like I said, the offense is going to be the same regardless. Even then, like, I'm not scared of Terry McLaurin, y'all. Come on, man. Like, I understand, we didn't have AJ. And AJ has his number, but that man does not scare me for real. All he is, like, I'm not trying to make him look like a bad player, but, like, the main thing he's really good at just deep go balls down the boundary. We can stop that. It's easy to neutralize that. Now, it may look bad after saying that because, Mike Hughes gave up a stutter go. Not a stutter go. We kind of like stuttered the line. He just went down the field. No, that's Mike Hughes' fault. He had flat feet. Terry ain't scary. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Terry would have been in jail if we had Terrell. So, like, I don't know. We weren't at 100%. They weren't at 100%. So you play who's in front of you. Now, they had more impactful injuries. Yes, I will say that. But JD5, he was the only person that scares me on that team. I'm not afraid of Bobby Wagner. I'm not afraid of Marshall Lattimore. Not afraid of anybody on that team. Now, Trey Amos, he has my respect, but, not scared of him. I can go with him all day. So, hey, man, but let's talk about something else because I was keeping close tabs on this while I was watching the game. So, y'all see, last week, man, the Panthers had our number for some reason. They beat us 30-0. I said this week, I said leading up to this game today, I was like, you know what, that might be the fakest 30 points of my life or I've ever seen. And it wasn't Cope I was being dead ass. It may have looked like Cope, but I was so serious. Because think about it. Their average starting field position was at midfield, the 48-yard line, 47.5, 48, what do you want to call it. They started at midfield at every single drive. You put up 30 points, and a lot of these drives ended in field goals. 3 drives ended in field goals. So you're telling me on the drives that you had good field position, you only get 3 points where you started at midfield? So the way that fan base was talking, y'all, you would have thought they would have came out and won, right? You would have thought they'd been, oh, yeah, we finna parlay this into a good performance next week. We finna play the Patriots. They've been struggling, this, that, and the third. But what do they come out and do? What do they come out and do, y'all? They got 40 ball. Bryce Young looks bad again. I gave him his credit for turning the season around last year, but I'm still not moved by him, bro. Like, you were down 35-6. What happened to the garbage time Bryce, where he threw for 300 yards, okay? What happened to that Bryce? I don't remember that Bryce. I told y'all that was garbage time because once he gets down, he's not going to come back, okay? Look at that. Drake May had a good game, 14-17, all that. But look at this, bro. How did we lose to this team? How did we lose to this football team? Okay? They gave up 20 yards through the air, 100 on the ground. That was a well-earned 100 yards, too, I will say. But why did we lose to them? Okay, Ted McMillan had a decent game, 62 yards, still on pace for his 1,000-yard season. But they swore up and down. They swore up and down that they was better than us. What happened? What happened? They swore up and down. Ted McMillan better than Drake London. Let's look. Okay, one had 4 for 62. The other one had 8 for 110. It's levels to this shit, man. That man's still a rookie. I know I was high on him, but bro, he's not that just yet. So let me get back to the game. What y'all want to talk about, bro? Because I'm just over here yapping. What y'all want to talk about? Because we just thought we had easy company and didn't even try. Yeah. Falcons are bipolar. Bipolar as hell because I don't know what the hell we put out there on film last week. That was awful. It wasn't even the defense. It was just the offense. We were still predictable, I will say. But only thing is, it just worked this time. So I'm not sure. Like, I think once we play like an actual defense, aka the Bills, like it's gonna look a lot different to where it's like we're not gonna be as successful being predictable because we were still predictable. I did see like a lot of more. I saw like a lot of more not a lot more play action, but that touchdown pass to Kyle Pitts, I was begging for that, y'all. I don't think y'all understand how much I was begging for it. Because I told y'all earlier, well, if you follow me on Twitter, I said that, during the preseason, Zach Robinson was calling zone reads out of pistol. So why don't we do that? Okay? So why don't we, do the zone reads, then we mix in some of the RPO stuff, we mix in some slip passes to the tight end off of that. And we did. Like, I don't know if Zach doesn't follow me on Twitter, but like, has he been reading my tweets, bro? Because let me go find that. Let me go. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I said if you don't follow me. So y'all should go follow me because I'll be on there. That's my main thing. So look, but I was basically saying, bro. He said that pistol is like the hardest position formation to defend based on defensive coordinators and what they be saying. Okay, and I was saying, why don't you just play into that? Why don't you just sit up here, be versatile? So let me go ahead and do it. Zone read. Why don't you play into that versatility and actually use it against them? Not be like just so. So here go the tweet right here. So I said in the preseason, Zach Robinson was calling some zone read stuff out of pistol. Why hasn't he done that? Mike is more than capable to steal 4 or 5 yards. On top of that, I say it's so easy to package plays off of that. RPOs, play action rollouts is what we saw on the Kyle Pitts touchdown. Triple option, yes, I'm saying triple option because we got the running backs to do it. Now that's only for like short yardage because like you see, like, and I said open the playbook up, and that's exactly what he did because that touchdown was nice, bro. You ain't got no complaints from me. I wonder if I could bring up the video. I really wonder if I could bring up the video. I gotta show y'all that touchdown because I was so happy when I saw him do that or saw him call it up. Because we could have been doing this like all freaking season, and we could have been doing it last year when we got Mike, but we didn't. Let me go find it. It's right here in the it's an ad. Okay, that's a full ad too, which is kind of crazy, but I enjoyed this win. So we got to look ahead to Buffalo. Once again, well, I don't know if y'all really been keeping up with them for real, but they haven't really beaten any good teams, y'all. I would say in theory, because if you look at their opponent record is currently, so it was 1-8 coming into this week. Now it's 1-8. It's 1-11 now. So you could technically say they haven't beaten a good team yet. So are we a good team? Now we're 2-2, but it's like, does that streak keep up? Let me show y'all that touchdown though, because I was so happy that I saw this. That was a great touchdown run by Bijan too. Let me go full screen because y'all got to see this shit, bro. I was so happy when I saw this. Look at this. Now it's lagging a little bit. Oh my god, why is it lagging so bad? Okay, here we go. But look, this is what I was talking about. When you're in a pistol formation and you do the zone read, you're supposed to get off the midline. Like, this is one thing I learned when I was working with Georgia Southern's football team. That whole midline stuff, it is so important. Okay. Now, granted, this only works if you've been doing like the little option stuff, and we're not actually blocking up like it's option, right? We're actually blocking this in right here. We're not reading him at all. So play for just a little bit. Okay, cool. This is what I've been wanting. Cause look at that. Now we got him committing upfield. Now we got this guy filling the run, and this is supposed to be his man, and he's just gonna slip right past him. And Mike get us out there, and Kyle's gonna break that for a touchdown easily. I'm so glad he did that. But like, once again, y'all, this is the type of stuff that we've been wanting to see, where it's just like it's not predictable, right? Because you're probably thinking with them motioning Drake London, and they're probably gonna run duo. And we also have Raymond McLeod in a cut split right there close to the line. You're probably thinking duo if you're the defense. And they did a same, he got off the midline, and these guys are blocking duo, right? You got the double team over here. You have, that's not a double team, but he's blocking that way. These guys are working a double team up there. He's by himself, and this was supposed to be a double team, but it's not because, he's just faking it. But once again, play into that tendency, boom. Now, could it be the fact that they're setting that up? or they were setting everything up, for later in the season. Now, offenses do that. Okay, they do set up stuff where they're like, okay, what are you calling this for? And they're like, oh, it could be to set up something later on in the week or later on in the season. Because look at this, he faked the block, he went out on the route, it took out the corner, which is good. That's Trey Amos, okay, and then it left him 1-on-1. And you also see you have, if that's not there, you got Drake, which Drake is open. Drake is open. Then you have Casey Washington, and then you have Ray McLeod going, okay. But I'm so glad we stayed on our first read, y'all. I'm so glad we stayed on our first read. So, yeah. But this is I'm happy we won. Could it have been better? Yes. But I will say, film will drop tomorrow. So I'm gonna drop a film video. What the fuck was that? Was that my phone? I think it was my phone. But yeah, I will drop a film video. Be on the lookout for that. I might stream it again. That is not my phone. What is that going on? I can't hear anything. But yeah. But if y'all guys do enjoy that, be sure to like and subscribe because I will be uploading more stuff like this. Good stream, y'all. Good stream. Good stream. I'm still happy about that, bro. I'm still happy about that, y'all. I can't believe it. I'm happy about that. I'm really happy.